Our next speaker for Thought Leader of the Year is Nguyen from the Soul of Success. Danny has more than 20 years of experience in commercial real estate in Houston, Texas. He specializes in shopping centers, commercial buildings, and land. Danny graduated from Texas A&M University and is a recognized expert in the disciplines of commercial and investment real estate with his CCIM designation. Danny has received several awards, certifications, an honorary degree, and even proclamations from prominent government leaders and various organizations. He has also served as a city council member at large and on boards of multiple organizations. He is married to Marie Nguyen, and they have 3 awesome boys. Welcome to the stage, Danny Nguyen.
Thank you. Good afternoon. It is great to be here. I know there's a lot of you are authors and even best-selling authors, but I would like to ask, how many of you are brand new, fresh out the farm, best-selling author like me? Come on, make some noise. You deserve it. My best wish and sincere congratulations to you all and your family. Before I started, I'd like to recognize some people who help us to make this a reality. Not only that, but they have brought all of us together. Where else can you find in a room full of bright and most passionate people like this? I think they deserve a big round of applause for appreciation. I'm talking about Jack, Nick, Greg, Lindsay, and Zach, and all the DNA team. Would you join me? Having a book, to me, is like giving birth to a new baby. What do you know about giving birth, Danny Nguyen? Not much. But trust me, having 3 boys, my wife makes sure that not only I know, but I feel every step along the way. Please don't tell her that. In the past few days, I've been observing. I see the joy, the excitement, and the pride in each of you when you're holding that book. Your intellectual baby. But having a book is not the end. It's only the beginning of an exciting journey. And today I want to talk with you about taking it to the next level, whatever that significant next step is. Because there are no place on the planet than here to pursue that dreams. There are many places in the world right now you can't even speak your mind. If you say something bad about the government or its leaders, you and your family may be put in prison for a long time. And I'm so glad that Donald Trump is not living in one of those countries. And in America, speaking your mind freely, voice your opinion is our constitutional right. Thank you, America. There are places in the world right now you cannot own property. Only government can own land. Over here, you own whatever you want to. Of course, you have to pay for it. You know, the property right is our sacred right, is protected. That's why when I bought my first piece of land, it was so sacred to me. I feel like I own a part of Texas. I feel like I own a small piece of America. There are many places right now, many countries in the world right now. Only government can own businesses. Over here, this very concept of free enterprise is what inspires you and me, who are entrepreneurs, business owners, to come up with new products, services, invention, and solution to the society. I'm telling you, if those core basic human rights and privileges are taken away, then nothing else would matter much, regardless of who you are and what you do. So if you are in sync with that, if you share that core value, would you say it with me? Freedom is priceless. Would you say it with me as you mean it? Freedom is priceless. I love and treasure freedoms. Me too. As a matter of fact, we love freedom so much that 35 years ago, my father and I had to pay a dear price for it, including 3-year journey, 10 years of separation from our family, 25 years spending on Pacific Ocean on a small fishing boat, and endured 3 years in 3 refugee camps in Thailand and Philippines to get to America. May I share my story with you? Thank you. I was born and grew up in Vietnam when the war was at its peak, where I used to hear this, as a boy, I used to hear the sounds of the bombs more than I've heard the sounds of music on a daily basis, where I used to see airplane, warplane, helicopter, tanks, guns, and bullets more than a little boy see toys, and many of which have become our toy. And where I used to attend more funeral than scene party. As a matter of fact, as a little boy, I did not need Halloween because seeing people being exploded, pieces, blood, and missing part is not an uncommon thing. And every night, I remember my father forced us into a bunker, but I call it a rat hole because it's underground, and sometimes we have to share it with uninvited insects, rat, and other unidentifiable insects. And in 1975, when the U.S. withdrew from Vietnam, and that's when we experienced another darkest period in the history, where all the freedom that I talked about earlier, it was only a luxury. So because of unable to live under the communist regime, my father and I decided to escape from Vietnam. And one dark evening, my father and I get into a small fishing boat. Later, we found out that there are out of 71 people on it, a small fishing boat. To make the story short, because of overloaded, the engine broke down, and we had to float it on Pacific Ocean for 25 days. And the ladies got raped, and we got robbed by Thai pirates, and then we ended up in Thailand. And at that time, Thai government decided to stop accepting refugees, so we were put in prisons. They're all on my journal. I don't have a lot of time to go into it. But after spending about 3 years in refugee camps in Thailand and Philippines, we finally ended up in America. I don't know why in the Asian and Vietnamese culture, the father and the son have to be so rigid. But on that afternoon of July 1984, the first time that he held my hand and said, we made it, son, after the long journey. All the things that I share with you today, just for one word, freedom. Something that we are sitting right on it. And what I have learned is that sometimes it's not what we have, but what we know what we have, and treasure what we have, make a difference. Now I understand why people said that there was a book called Diamond in the Backyard that sometimes we overlooked. And after 20 or 30 years living in America, you may ask me, what has freedom done for me? Danny? Nothing. Freedom did not give me wealth, did not give me a career, did not give me happiness. It did not give me a free handout. But what freedom has given me is the freedom to pursue the happiness that I want. Give me the freedom, give the freedom that to be the person that I want to be and have. And if you ask me, I don't have a lot of time to go into all the details, but is it worth it? Yes, yes, yes. And what is my message for you today? I've seen a lot of speakers earlier, and each seem to have to sell something at the end. I think I have to sell something too. But don't worry, I want to sell you on yourself. 3 things. I want after this message, you will never look at freedom and opportunity the same way. I want you to run with it, embrace it, and make the best out of it for you and your family. Because a lot of people in the world right now, you see it on TV that they're willing to risk anything to be just right here. And 2, never doubt yourself by yourself again. Look at this audience. God, look at all the elite writers, authors, coaches. If you ever doubted yourself, then I ask you to rethink it again. Because tonight, when you walk across the stage receiving that award, the Quilly Award of being a best-selling author, that will be the ultimate, final validation of who you are. I'm speaking that to myself too, because I have never asked for anybody for permission again to be who I am. Some people said, Danny, how come you don't seem to be fear when you speak? As a matter of fact, I was frightening speaking because I have to struggle with the language. And you know, that crazy thing about public speaking is so fearful, I couldn't even eat before every speech. But you know, because of the desire, I think it's my moral obligation to carry the message. When your desire is so big and so strong, and then that fear seems to go away. Lastly, if you need a little bit of courage, go for it. I'm telling you what, America is best known for kindness, generosity, and courage. So if you need a dose of courage, if you never see me again, I want to see you more often, but I want every time that you sing the national anthem, you sing it as if you have never sung it before. Land of the free and home of the brave. Would you join me to sing that? Let's end this message on a high note. Would you join me to sing that? Last 2 phrases. And the land of the free and the home of the brave. My fellow co-authors, go out there and make America and your family proud. Thank you.